Hey guys, I'm John Setzler. Welcome back to Atlanta Grill Company. Today I am going to fire up a Kamado Joe and we're going to cook a lamb shoulder and make pulled lamb. So let's get started. So I'm going to introduce you to the star of today's show. This is a 2.8 pound lamb shoulder roast that I also got from Porter Road. And I'm going to pre-season this. We're not going to cook till tomorrow, but I'm going to hit this guy up with the Atlanta Grill Company Himalayan Sherpa, which is a beautiful salt, pepper, and garlic blend. I'm just going to get a nice heavy coat of this on all sides of this, and I'm going to kind of pat it in here as we go. And after I've got that on all sides, I'm going to let that sit for just a few minutes to let that start to adhere. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wrap that up in plastic wrap and let it ride in the refrigerator overnight until we're ready to start on this tomorrow. First thing I'm going to do to start cooking this lamb shoulder roast is I've got a fire going here in the Classic 3, and I've got a couple of wood chunks in there. I'm using a little bit of cherry and a little bit of pecan today, so I'm going to get my grill grates in place, and then we're going to set up the fireboard. I'm going to use the Fireboard 2 Pro today to set this guy up to run at 250 degrees, and we're going to let this guy do the driving. I've taken this lamb shoulder back out of the refrigerator and unwrapped it. It's looking really good here. So the Kamado Joe is almost up to temperature, and we're gonna put this guy on. Okay, we're up to temperature, and we've got a nice smoke rolling here from that pecan and cherry. I'm gonna set this guy fat cap down right in the middle of the grill, and we're gonna put the smoke to this guy for 2 hours before we come back. We've been going right at about an hour here now, so I wanted to open this guy up and have a look. That's looking pretty good. It's taking on some color. So we're gonna close it back up, and like I said, we're gonna go for another hour to about the 2 hour mark. We're at our 2 hour mark here, and I'm ready to move on to the next stage of this cook, which is gonna be a braise to finish this. I've got my small Dutch oven here. I've cut up some onions, I've smashed a couple of cloves of garlic, and I've hit that with some more of the Atlanta Grill Company Himalayan Sherpa. So I'm just going to pop the grill open here, and I'm going to grab our shoulder roast, and I'm going to toss that guy right in this pan, and I'm going to pour in some chicken stock. I probably want 1.5 or 2 inches of chicken stock on the bottom of this pan. It's not going to come up the roast very far until those onions ease up a little bit. So what I'm going to do now is we're just going to toss the lid on this Dutch oven. We're going to set it back on the grill. So we'll just put this guy right back here on the grill with the lid closed. We're going to close the grill up, and I'm gonna bump the temperature up on our fireboard to about 275, and we're gonna be finishing this guy for about 3 hours here. We are about 2 hours into our braise session here, and I wanted to pull this open and have a look. Oh yeah, that's falling apart. It's not quite where we need it to be yet. That bone's coming out there, you can see. We're gonna let it keep going another hour, and then we'll come back and have another look. We've been going here for right at 3 hours, and I believe this thing's ready. Man, it's already falling apart. So, oh yeah, that's super tender. So we're going to stop right here, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this off. I'm going to get the meat out. I'm going to drain the liquid. I'm going to save that to use for something else, and then we'll have a look at this meat and we'll shred it back in this pot with those onions and pieces of garlic. Okay, I've got the liquid off of this, and I guess the first thing I want to do here is get this bone out. And man, look at that. That just fell right off of there. That's the same shoulder bone you have in a hog. It's the scapula. So this is, you know, the same piece of meat from a lamb that we would cook from the hog if we were making pulled pork. But what we're going to do here is I'm just going to take my fork and, you know, we're just going to shred this meat. This is going to shred beautifully. I want you to look at that. I'm going to have a taste of that right here. That's crazy. So here's what we have after I finish shredding that up. And let me see, you can kind of see the smoke ring we got here. That's still nice and hot. Let me grab that with a fork and see if I can show you that smoke ring. It's beautiful, guys. You can do a lot of things with this meat. You can make tacos out of this. You can make sandwiches. I don't know what all the particular preferred uses are for lamb. It's not something I cook that often around here, but I'm going to use some of this to make some, I'll probably roll it up in some tortillas and serve it with, you know, some slaw of some sort. And I'm also going to use some of this to make a shepherd's pie. So if you've never cooked a pork or a lamb shoulder before, I would encourage you to give this a try. This is absolutely amazing, guys. Until next time, this is John Setzler with Atlanta Grill Company.